In a night full of highlights, Connor McDavid stood out once again as he put on an absolute masterclass in last night's Oilers Kraken game, extending his point streak to 17 games. The Oilers put up 3 goals in just over a minute, setting a franchise record on an absolute explosion of offense out the gate, but it was McDavid's third period goal that stood out to me. The Kraken turn it over at mid-ice here, and just look at that explosiveness from McDavid, who takes off and scores. A few things here. First, that explosive speed. To go from being here to past you in a split second, I don't know how you stop this. But the other thing is, the old McDavid from last year, he passes this. He has a wide open Hyman right there, but the new McDavid, the one on pace to score 71 goals this year, he shoots this, scoring 5-hole to cap off an incredible 5-point night. But let's take a look at it. The first one came on an early power play. A block shot by Tanev puts him in some visible pain, so Nugent-Hopkins gets the puck right back to an open McDavid. And let's just pause it right here. When you have McDavid in this position, what are you supposed to do to defend this? You absolutely have to respect his shot, right? Well, that's what the Seattle defender does. But in doing so, he opens up the pass lane, which leads to the bank shot goal for Hyman's 16th. But this one was all McDavid. Then just 32 seconds later, Klim Kostin scores a beautiful backhander bar down as he finds himself wide open on a pretty poorly defended rush by the Kraken. And how can you not love the guy? I did a full video on one of his hilarious recent interviews that you can check out here, but yeah, just a real pretty finish on this one. Not even 40 seconds later, and the Oilers are all over it again as they break out on a 3-on-2. McDavid down to Nurse, and he rips it in high blocker on another beautiful looking play by the Oilers, who come out and just stun the Seattle Kraken. This one started with Yamamoto, who sacrifices his body, taking a huge hit as Vince Dunn pinches. But if you're going to pinch when McDavid is on the ice, you better have a forward back. Instead, the Oilers are left with way too much space, and Nurse does a great job to join the rush, and left wide open, he scores his 6th of the year. Nearing just the midpoint of the first, McDavid, again looking extremely dangerous every time he's on the ice, just gets this one broken up, but sticking to it, it leads to a knockdown along the boards and a quick pass back to Puljujarvi, who is wide open in front for a quick shot to make it 4-0. But look at this one a little closer. McDavid bats this out of the air and makes a quick little no-look pass to the front of the net. It's these little things he does that just blows my mind. This was again terrible front of the net coverage, and the Oilers go up by 4 in just 10 minutes. With that said, this would be it for the first, and that was McDavid's 18th career 3-point period. Crazy stuff. To start the second, Donato makes a great dish here to get the Kraken into the Oilers zone, setting up a 2-on-1, and a hot Sprong records his 6th in 8 games to give the Kraken some life. And after what the Red Wings did to my Pens just a few nights back, I guess you never know. But the Oilers would answer back as Kosteman score his 2nd of the night on just a nice little redirect off a shot from Nurse to extend their lead 5-1. Then, back on the power play, the Oilers would cycle the puck well. Nugent-Hopkins gets it to a wide-open McDavid, who appears to score here, but on the replay, we see Hyman basically recreating the first goal of the night, where he just parks along the side of the net, becomes a human wall, and McDavid banks another one off him for his 2nd of the game. The Kraken did answer back with one from Tanev just a minute later, but this one was pretty out of reach at this point. So, after an entertaining second, off to the third we go. Now, at this point, the Oilers were hardly even playing an offensive game, but the Kraken turn it over in the middle of the ice, and we're back to the goal I showed at the beginning of the video. McDavid again just turns on the Jets here like we've seen so many times before, and after 4 assists on the night, he's able to cap it off with a goal for a leading 32nd of the year. Now at this point, the Oilers are up 7-2. McDavid has 5 points on the night. Yet despite all of that, late in the third, he continues to play hard and prevents this surefire goal on a wide open net. And you just love to see the effort here. Skinner went over and gave him a couple head taps for saving a goal against. And that was it for the third as the Oilers win a convincing 7-2 game. And I'm not even an Oilers fan, but I'm really trying to not take for granted what this man is doing. I actually think their coach said it best in this interview.
It's almost like living at the foot of Everest because the brilliance becomes commonplace.
He's scoring on a pace that the league hasn't seen in 3 decades. Let's not take for granted and get complacent in thinking that this is normal. But with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I wish you all a very happy new year, and I'm just so excited to see what the new year brings. Again, I'm just a month into this channel, but you guys have given me a great amount of support, and for that, I am very thankful. And I will see you on the next one.